Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia. Welcome back to the Overwatch League Roundup 2020 Week 12 Meta Preview. So Week 12 is going to be an interesting week because we're going to see teams like Seoul Dynasty back and the New York Excelsior, which is going to be really interesting. But this video we're going to take a look at the meta or the hero pools I should say. But this week has not been Blizzard or Overwatch League's finest hour in terms of picking the hero bans for this week. So last week, for a recap, we saw Brigitte, Reinhardt, McCree and Widowmaker banned, and it had a significant impact, but those will be back in the rotation for this week. Widowmaker and McCree are going to be a mainstay, obviously, and Reinhardt I'm expecting to be a mainstay this week as well. So it means we will see more players like KSP back as well, the pop-off hit scan, let's say. But this week, yeah, I don't know how they could have got this wrong, but they have got it wrong. So there is going to be a disparity slightly between the competitive play ladder and the Week 12 hero pool for the Overwatch League. And the reason for that is because they have done it on the playtime mostly in competitive. And that has meant that we are going to see some pretty interesting bans. But let's, as ever, start off with the supports, and the support that will be banned this week will be Moira. So Moira obviously tends to lend herself more to those Death Ball League comps. With the Reaper, with the Mei, she'll be very good. And obviously with Reinhardt coming back, she also would have been fairly decent, but I don't think Moira is going to be a massive miss for anyone, not a competitive play or in the Overwatch League. Most of the Overwatch League teams want to run more the Baptiste, the Lucio, the Ana. We've seen a lot of teams popping off on that recently. The Moira is kind of a specialist pick for those really Death Ball-y comps. I wasn't expecting Moira to be played much anyway, so this I don't think it's going to hurt too many teams in the league, to be quite honest with you. Moira is just a pick that's always there if needed, but she's not. At the moment, she's not meta-defining or comp-defining, in my opinion. But moving on to the tanks, and this definitely will have an impact because Orisa will be banned for this week. So Orisa is normally used in the double barrier comp these days. It used to be that Orisa was used to couple with a Roadhog for the whole hook. But times have changed in Overwatch, haven't they? And since the introduction of Sigma, we have seen Orisa paired with that Sigma to produce double barrier. We saw that a lot in Week 11, alongside the dive at times. And Orisa being out of the pool, it doesn't totally disable double barrier, but it definitely makes it a lot less likely. I think we are a lot less likely to see teams be running Reinhardt Sigma, simply because I believe the teams will favour running the Reinhardt D.Va now that Reinhardt is back in the rotation after being banned in Week 11. I think that mainly we saw Orisa Sigma in Week 11 because Reinhardt was banned, and the meta at the start of the year before hero pools was Reinhardt D.Va, and I still believe that it is Reinhardt D.Va. When you look at the buffs and nerfs, nothing has changed with those two heroes, so I don't see why the tank line would be changing around that right now. With Mei, Reaper, McCree all available, we could see a very on-meta week. A very on-meta week. And we could go back to the meta we were seeing pre-hero pools with that Mei, with that Reaper or a McCree, depending on what you want to run. And then obviously the Reinhardt D.Va as the tank line. And you can have a Lucio in there because Lucio is available. Or you can have the Brigitte, depending on the comp you want to run, alongside perhaps the Ana. So again, it depends on the teams, because not every team is going to run the Rein D.Va. Chengdu Hunters, I'm looking at you. They are more likely to run dive and things like that. We're more likely to see a bit more spice in the Chinese region, the Asian region, especially this week, because we're going to see the Chinese teams, who very often have their kind of own mini meta, go up against the Western teams, the NYXL, I call Seoul Dynasty a Western team. They're not, but they play a more Western style. So it's going to be very interesting to see those teams go up against each other, and that clash of metas and ideals will be very interesting, and it's something we've been waiting for quite a while now. seeing the Chinese teams go on a round robin against each other. Should be really interesting to see them go out of their comfort zones. But this is where it gets rather interesting, because this is where we will find the disparity between the Overwatch League and the competitive ladder. So, the DPS to be banned this week. The hero pool for the Overwatch League will actually tell you that there is only one DPS banned in the Overwatch League this week, and that will be Tracer. Tracer saw a decent amount of play in week 11, not the most. I think we saw more Sombra play than Tracer. But to be quite honest, with the heroes that we've got back in the rotation, Reinhardt, Brigitte, McCree, Widow, we probably weren't going to see much Tracer anyway, because we were probably going to default back to Mei McCree. So, or Mei Reaper. I don't see a place for Tracer in the week 12 meta, even if she wasn't banned. But obviously you're wondering, well, why is there only one DPS banned in the Overwatch League? Well, that's because the competitive play second DPS to be banned will be Echo. Now, obviously, understandably, Echo was released and has had a lot of playtime in competitive since her release a week ago. But Echo is not available and not active in the Overwatch League, and wouldn't have been this week even if she'd been available. So, basically, there is a hero pool spot unfilled in the Overwatch League. Echo would never have been available. I think this is an oversight, and I think this is also an issue. Even if Echo was banned in the Overwatch League, I still think it's an issue, because you've literally just brought this hero into the game. She has been in the game for a week, and she is now being banned. That kills the hype. You've got people coming back to play this game because they've seen this crazy new hero that can copy people, and they've gone in to play Echo. Oh, she's banned. Oh, bye Overwatch. I'm going back to wherever I was playing before. I think this is a very big error in judgment for the picking of the hero pools this week. Not only because it's literally completely ineffective on the Overwatch League, the Echo ban, because she just wouldn't have been active anyway, even if she had not been in the hero pool bans. So, it's a situation the Overwatch League and Blizzard should learn from. I think, yes, you can go on hero pick rate, which would dictate that Echo would be banned. But I think you should have a period where that doesn't come into account when you've got a new hero. I think there should be a 2-3 week period where we say, right, there's this new hero she's just got, or she or he or they have just gone to competitive. We need to give this time because there will be hype. She will have a very high play rate regardless whether she's meta or not. And so we should give this time, let it settle down, and then if Echo was to continue to have a very high play rate, then we ban her. But banning her literally in the second week she's been live is a big error of judgment, I think. I think a lot of people will probably echo this sentiment. I didn't think about what I was saying now. I did not mean that. But I think a lot of people will concur with that idea that I think banning Echo this early in her basic Overwatch career and stuff like that is a big error. And it literally won't have an effect on the Overwatch League because she wouldn't have been available. But also, it's in competitive, it's just not going to feel that good. You've got this new hero, and now she's just been taken away. It's like giving a kid a toy and then just taking it away a few minutes later saying, haha. You know, it doesn't seem very nice. It seems like a very counterintuitive thing for Blizzard to have done. And I think they need to learn from this. They definitely need to learn from this. But will they learn from this? Because Echo is the last Overwatch hero. Until Overwatch 2. So, lessons. Lessons, Blizzard. Yeah. But that is the hero pool for week 12. It's very odd. The most impactful ban is the Orisa ban, in my opinion, because it kills a double barrier, in my opinion. I don't think we will see much Sigma this week. And I think we will just see what we saw before hero pools. I think we will see Meta. I think we will see McCree. I think we will see May. I think we'll see Reinhardt, Diva, Lucio. I think we will see things like that. And the damage heroes to be banned this week, the way they've been banned is just not good. It's not good. I don't know what I can say really. To only have one DPS hero banned in the Overwatch League because the other one wouldn't have been available, and then to have the new hero banned not long after her release on competitive play is just, it's just not good. It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like Blizzard have used their brains very well there. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a bit harsh about it. But again, that does mean that hopefully in week 13, which is when I was anticipating Echo to come to the Overwatch League, because they did say that Echo or new heroes and patch updates, normally massive patch updates come 2 weeks later or 2 weekends later in the Overwatch League compared to when they go live on live servers. So that would put Echo's release into Overwatch League at around week 13. So hopefully in week 13 we will get to see Echo in the Overwatch League. We would not have seen her this week regardless of this hero ban. And yeah, all I can say is, Blizzard, you have lessons to learn from this one. It's not been a brilliant hero pool this week. I thought we were finally getting to the end of the silliness, but nope, Blizzard have found a way. But that is going to be it for the meta roundup for this week. Look out for the fixture video coming up very, very soon. It's going to be a really interesting one. We've got some really interesting games and interesting teams in action this week. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you'd like to give a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.